There is no feeling of pressure from a golfer's point of view than playing the back nine at Augusta National on Sunday, either in the lead or with a chance to win. And it's the greatest feeling, but the first time you experience it, it will get to you a little bit because it's intense. You want it so bad. You know what you have to do to win. You have to make birdies. You have to hit great shots. You've seen it done before with Jack Nicklaus shooting 30 on the back nine at 86. You've seen it done before with Gary Player and other great players. But to actually go out and perform and do it, it's sometimes you get in your own way.
And they're on the tee at 10, the final pairing with Cabrera, who won his green jacket on that 10th green 2 years ago. Chad Campbell had been in that playoff but had been eliminated on the first playoff hole, and then it was down to Cabrera and Kenny Perry. And now Rory, look out.
I was just going to say, it's his most comfortable club, and if that didn't, I suspect it hasn't turned.
Is it out of bounds over there?
What?
He asked if it's out of bounds over there.
No, there's a long way to OB. No, I don't think so. Not to the boundary fence.
Where did that come from?
Well, I was saying yesterday we noticed, he gets us the longer clubs, a little bit longer in the swing. It's adrenaline. He's going over 100% right now.
Schwartzel up ahead for birdie. Leads the field in putting this week. And you see the mark of KJ Choi. So KJ was down in front of the green on the upslope. Here's the way he played that third shot.
Went with the putter.
To 12.
And the beautiful par 3, Luke Donald. Oh, he doesn't like it.
Oh, that's not good for timing.
Short into the bank and back in the water.
I was just going to ask you, Ian, what's been the tendency for the guys? Have more guys played safe there?
Yes,
today?
long left. 14.
Tiger. From 174. And that'll come down the slope. Well, he said all along that he wanted to give himself a chance on the second night on Sunday. He did that with a 31 on the front, but a bogey at the 12th, par at 13, and you wonder, Nick, if he's starting to feel a sense of urgency as he plays the 14th. We go back to 10.
Yeah, Tiger still has some opportunities, but the problem is everybody does. We've now got 10 guys within 5 shots.
Par for Choi. Boy, that loose shot by Luke Donald really surprising for such a great iron player. He had just gotten himself right into the mix there.
Absolutely, Jim. He's the most accurate iron player on tour, according to TrackMan. They have a little accuracy test, and Luke is the most accurate out there.
Schwartzel has this to stay minus 10. And well done. Anxious to see what faces McIlroy back there after the snap off the tee.
My goodness.
He is.
He must have hit a tree and come literally back at 45 degrees. That is not much more than 150 yards off the tee.
And it's squeezed in between two cabins that line the 10th.
It might only be 100 yards off the tee. He must have caught a tree square on, and it ricocheted back again. Let's have another look at that swing on the 10th tee. I noticed yesterday, obviously, as as the adrenaline was really flowing, a little bit of extra right arm. I mean, he's got a beautiful tempo. Watch how the hips work. Watch the fires. A little tiny bit of foot slippage, and obviously a little bit too much right hand.
Of course, you get on that tee and you're always thinking about trying to turn it over.
You've got exactly.
You know?
You've got to turn it over, but it's so easy to overdo it. And if you just stood up there and visualized a tree in your way and just swung it around it rather than trying to bend it round the corner.
Well, he's still going even back.
Well, he's got to chip out. He's got to chip onto the top of the hill. He still have 400 yards to go for his third.
Now, have you ever seen anyone anywhere close to this on 10?
Never.
I know he's anxious to get to Butler Cabin, but it's a little early.
Yeah, it's a little early to take the shortcut.
Yes.
You've got to play the other 3,500 yards of the second 9.
He's lucky that's even found when you start looking at all that, all the plantings edging around those cabins. That's Choi on 11.
And another beautiful drive down the left-hand side. The tank just tracking along. Back to 10.
Just trying to find a way to get it back on the map.
Wow.
Oh, look at this running down it. Get a little ground hook off the hill if he can.
That's still at the top of the hill.
Yeah.
That's miles out. He's had an interesting decision now. Wow, look at that for a location. Wow, that all comes as a shock. That wasn't in his master plan.
To 11.
Charles Schwartzel.
These two just churn out good swing after good swing, Ian.
Yeah, it's fun to watch when you're playing with your fellow competitor and he's swinging well, like KJ Choi and Charles Schwartzel, just methodical.
Both unflappable right now.
Beautiful. And they could be on top of the leaderboard with Rory McIlroy struggling as we go back to 12. And third shot for Luke Donald. He's gone way back past the drop zone to give himself a full shot in. And he's obviously allowed to do that. He keeps the point between him and the hole where the ball last crossed the margin of the hazard. And he's gone way back to about 100 yards. And he's played a very good third shot. We'll go ahead to 14.
Tiger's had a good look at this. About 12 feet or so for birdie. Trying to rejoin the group at 10 under. Cabrera, Choi, and Schwartzel.
When they're this quick, Bill, they really become spot putts. You just want to look at a little mark, maybe whatever, a foot, 2 feet in front of you, because it's got to track over that, because once it's gone more than a yard, it's totally down to gravity and momentum.
And that was painful for Tiger. Really, in many ways, the story of his first 3 rounds, and now that he needs it, he needs those to fall. That one at 14 doesn't, to 12.
33-year-old Luke Donald for bogey. And it's just a little quicker and doesn't break quite enough, so he'll make a double. We'll go over to 11, and Adam Scott for birdie. Boy, has he been putting nicely so far today, swinging that long putter with beautiful rhythm. Would he love to have that green jacket on his shoulders this afternoon? Yes, Adam Scott. A birdie for the Australian. Spectacular. Back to 10.
And the third. Better be careful left
Going
again.
left again. Oh my goodness, he's
this one.
That could be did it scuttle out?
Arena here for so many challengers, including Cabrera, who's won it before. Here he is at 10.
An open shot to the 10th. Unfortunately, going up to the back of the green, so that will, the number one thought, be 2 putt from there. Again, checking the breeze. Had a airmailed the third green. That was his mystery of the day.
11.
KJ Choi's second, but just in the second cut. Has to lay it out to the right side here. Can't go at the hole. All right, a good smart shot once again for KJ from just under 200 yards. Very smart thinking. Now this is a big shot for Adam Scott.
What do you
has
think?
to go left, Nick.
Middle of the green, you think?
Yeah, has to go left of the flag. Middle of the green.
He's pulled it a touch, though. That's fine.
Okay, right where Tiger was. Although Tiger 3-putted. Very quick putt across that extremely flat and subtle green. Just back on top of the hill. Charles Schwartzel really nailed this drive. Only 165 left. That's a 350-yard drive or thereabouts.
So you think he takes this one on, Ian?
I think he goes to the left edge of the right bunker. About 15 foot right of the hole would be perfect. There you go. Excellent shot. Spun it back a little too. Boy, you're not used to seeing that here at 11. Very solid stuff from the young South African. Back to 10.
McIlroy's fourth shot. He's got to get up and over this little tree. And that hit it. Caught a limb. He's still away. And it just goes from bad to worse for
Well,
him.
yeah, his body and his mind are just overheating right now. You can tell. You go into a little bit of a scramble mode because this is what Augusta National's like, this golf course. Once you've played a couple of poor shots, you then stand, you go to the next hole, and you start looking, wow, where shouldn't I hit it? And you start seeing, well, I can't go long, I can't go left, can't go right. It's so difficult then to get really good pictures back into your mind exactly what you've got to do. And obviously he'll be really feeling, he'll be shooken up with this right now. This really will just, how you regroup. Well, this is really going to be part of the whole learning process of maybe saving this for another year.
If you can somehow figure out a way to get it up and down from here for 6, you drop just one shot behind the leaders. And they've still got the 2 par 5s to play. So.
Very true. If you can find a way, if something can happen down 11 to really put you back on the upward spiral.
His 5th shot finally finds the surface, and it's not a great one either.
We have to say he started hitting a couple of poor chip shots as well, so obviously there's a little bit of nerves in his hands.
Here's a must, 15.
Look at all of that. And you have a feeling that it's like a hot air balloon race right now. We got a bunch of balloons up there, and they have to throw everything they've got out of the basket from here all the way to the house. Just stay up. And packet number 10.
And Cabrera is above the hole here. And what does this one bring?
Just all speed. Well, speed and left to right. He just wants to cozy this one down. You can see, like he's aiming.
Look at this.
10 feet left.
Did he power through it?
He certainly did. 6 feet past, 7 feet past. It's probably better than 4 feet short, though.
Over to 12.
Can Adam Scott do a better job of this putt than Tiger Woods did a half hour ago? Yes, he can. Very nicely done indeed. Good lag putt there for Adam Scott. He doesn't know what's going on behind him. Back on the 10th with McIlroy. And he's a very, very steady, calm thinker is Adam Scott. And now with that long putter, I think it might be the start of something really big for him. He's always had a great game and a lovely swing. Sort of the swing that every other player out there would love to own. And now he looks so much more comfortable standing more upright with the long putter. And he will go to the 13th tee in a tie for the lead as we go back to 10.
To salvage a 6. There is a shock factor, isn't there, Nick?
Absolutely, and it seems like he'd been working so hard to get rid of that draw over the last couple of weeks, and that was that pressure finds your weakest point. That's suddenly come back into his game.
11.
And this will be for the outright lead. Once again, he doesn't know what's going on behind him. Quite quick across the 11th green. Well, he treated that with respect, but it was a poor line. We'll have 3 feet left for the par, and there was 4 players at 10 under as we go back to 10.
And this will be for Cabrera to stay in a tie for the lead with McIlroy falling back. Big 4 for El Pato, the Duck. To 11.
Before Schwartzel putted, just a little earlier for KJ Choi. He would love to just roll this up there somewhere close. A tap-in par would be a very good effort. Once again, Nick, he just seems so unflappable. Works very hard on his game with Coach Steve Bann, and he's started to putt a little better, and boy, he looks good. To 15.
There it is. Flag in the back right, deep. Good spot. Trying to hit a high cut. Right at it. He never, ever gives up. After everything that he's been through this week, this at 15. This lands just seconds before they change the scoreboard behind the stands here to reflect that Rory McIlroy has had trouble at 10. It's now a 6- or 7-way race. And Tiger Woods will have that one possibly to take the lead. This is the 11th.
And the roars reverberating through the Georgia Pines down here at Amen Corner. KJ tapped in for his par earlier while it was all happening. Schwartzel had to steady himself. And at 2 under par today at 10 under total, he is on top as we go back to 10.
And for the 7. The misery is over. It's ended with a triple. And he falls from 1st to 7th in 1 hole. But he's still, Nick, just 2 back.
Absolutely amazing. He's still 2 back. So, like everybody's really digging deep now to get to the clubhouse.
Let's go to 12.
And so many with a chance. Jason Day with a fine 2 at the 12th. He's still there. Now tied with Tiger Woods at 9 under momentarily. As the 2 Australians leave the 12th green. Big opportunity for both of them, as it is for this man, Angel Cabrera, at the 11th tee. Tries to hit a great shot every time, has no fear, no hang on in his swing. And it certainly appears that way today. Free flowing. Boy, to 14.
And what about Jeff Ogilvy? Birdie there. 6 shots back just 3 holes ago now, within 2 of the lead. 3 consecutive birdies to 12.
KJ Choi with a 9-iron. Well, it was the line he was aiming for, just a little left of the hole, but a little pulled means the ball goes a little farther. That will be a treacherous little chip from there.
That will off that downslope.
That's a tough one, Nick. You've been there before. As we go back to 11, Rory McIlroy has to regroup. certainly a more balanced swing than the one we saw at 10
Yeah,
on the
that
left
was
side.
That was a lot smoother. I should think it's now the sheer shock. He's just trying to calm himself down.
We noticed that yesterday, Nick. He did get very quick there on the second 9. We'll see what he does here.
It's coming down
Closing
now,
stages.
Ian. Like most majors, you've been there, where one great shot will win you it, and one poor shot could cost you this one. So every one of these 9 players feeling the pressure right now.
And no lead is safe around Amen Corner. And not many with that much experience. 9-iron for Schwartzel. Boy, he really swung it that hard. They all try and hit it safe there, and that's with a 9-iron. That's how difficult this shot is. 3-time Masters champ Gary Player once said this is the toughest short par 3 in the world. To 15.
And the silence here is absolutely deafening. It's about 4.5 feet. Maybe. I'm going to sneak a little right on him. Got to keep it inside the hole. The final round in 2010. He made 2 eagles. He eagled the 8th today. A vile bogey at the other par 5 here on this second 9. And he's just checking over behind him. 16th green, very close. Ryan Palmer just tapping in there, and this to take the lead by himself. That for a tie.
I was watching his jawline there, David, at address, and he was gritting. He was gritting his teeth there a little bit before he took that one away.
I mean, it's amazing. He has not been comfortable except for the final 11 holes in the second round. And still he leads. Albeit in a tie. This putt is close to the same length. The remainder of the field, they still have 13 and 15. As we can see, I mean, anything can happen. That's one of the great beauties of this golf course, of this tournament. You have to watch every shot. Disappointing birdie 4. 3 holes left to play. And he is aching for a win. You can see it just oozing out of his pores. Back at 12, KJ Choi.
And one of those 5 players on top. This is a very treacherous little chip. Had to play it off the bank and try and bumble it down there, and now has 15 feet left for par. It's just so hard because it's downslope from the bunker to the green, and then when it gets on the green it really caroms down. On top of the hill at 11, second for Cabrera. Trying to draw it in. No. Oh, that's over in Larry Mize territory. Way right of the green. That'll be a tough little chip.
Have to be careful with that one, Ian. Anything long is the pond.
Yes, the little pond comes into play. Now Rory McIlroy. Beautiful tee shot. Can he get that aggressive flair back into his game? Yes, he can. Wonderful shot there for Rory McIlroy. Good chance for a birdie. Can he fight back after the disappointment of the 7 at 10? Over 1 to the 12th. Schwartzel has been so good chipping today as well. He's chosen the putter here though. Little downslope here, Nick. It's a little bumpy early and then it gets very quick on the surface. Settle down. So hard to read that shot. 3 feet of break left to right. Good touch though. Ahead to 13.
And this was just moments ago. Bo Van Pelt for eagle. And he gets to -8. We have so many possibilities unfolding here. It's hard to keep track of them. Let's go to the 16th hole.
When he last stood on this tee in a victory, 2005, he had a one-shot edge here. I think we thought he would again. Best not count him out. Though I'm sure still angry with himself over the golden opportunity missed at 15. Back to 12.
This one to stay in a tie at the top at 10 under. He's been right there every round the last 2 years. It would have looked good to him. Good attempt to 13.
Well, this was earlier from 236 yards and a marginal lie. Adam Scott has played this hole this week. Birdie, eagle, eagle, and he elects to lay up. So if he's going to make his 4, he's going to have to do it with his wedge and putter. No room for a 6 at this point in the proceedings. To 11.
Cabrera's taken the lob wedge. He's going to fly it up high. Whoa! Absolutely amazing shot for the 2009 Masters champion. And let's not forget a US Open champion as well. He's the man with experience to 13.
Now second shot for Jason Day, 216 yards. He's at -9. And he finds the green at 13, so he'll have that left for his eagle. Team Australia, the pairing of Jason Day and Adam Scott, each vying to be the first Australian to win the Masters. Let's go back to 12.
And Charles Schwartzel trying to be the third South African. This for par. Well holed. Very nice, easy rhythm and timing there for Schwartzel. Beautifully played. So we'll have 4 at the top at 10. McIlroy now for birdie. No, it just does not break from back there. That would have been such a good boost for him after the triple. KJ for bogey. He drops back to 9 in a tie with Jason Day momentarily. So we have 4 at the top at 10 under par here in the final round of the 2011 Masters. Angel Cabrera for par. Inside right. Boy, he looks good. When he gets a chance, he just doesn't let it go. To 13.
And the third shot for Adam Scott. 70 yards. Clean contact. And he has that left for his birdie. McIlroy did make his par. And right now, Tiger Woods, Angel Cabrera, Adam Scott, Charles Schwartzel, all tied at the top at -10.
4 are tied. 2 more, just 1 back. And they still have the 2 par 5s to play. Jason Day, in fact, on the surface at 13 and 2. Jeff Ogilvy has a birdie putt, close range at 15 coming up.